Hello everyone, my name is the Jurassic Insider and welcome back to Jurassic World, the game. So, if you saw the title and thumbnail, it's not clickbait. I just wanted to make, like kind of more interesting title and thumbnail. It's not really a view getting like title because whenever it comes to things like, this just happened to me, this was shocking, I can't believe this happened to me. Usually those videos, if it's from smaller creators, it doesn't really matter as much because they don't have the same, like they just don't have the same like presence. Like, not that nobody cares about them, because I know you guys do like hopefully enjoy watching my content because you always comment and you're persistent, and I really do hope that's what that means, because like the amount of support you guys give me really shows me something. So and that's one of the reasons why yesterday, or the day before yesterday, was a tragic day that had me, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it actually had me close to the verge of tears, because I thought, this is terrible. I mean, I mentioned in the past that this account means a lot to me, not just because I'm pretty high level, like this is the highest level I've ever been, and like if I was playing this account a few years ago, if I saw the kind of things I had in this account, I wouldn't believe it. Like my like 11-year-old version of me would not believe that I'd have the things I'd have in this game. But more than that, this is the account that I made so many YouTube memories on. Like different ways, the different like eras of this channel. Like it's all like focused around this. Like I'm just obsessed with my YouTube channel because it means so much to me, and my channel is literally built around from the foundations of this game. So that made it all the more tragic whenever I pretty much literally lost my account. It had basically been overrid and deleted, essentially. So that's already kind of an opener, so I think I don't really like to do battles while I'm talking, because it makes me a lot more distracted, and then either I talk really bad or I battle really bad, one of the two. So I'll just kind of vibe here for a second. If you don't care about this video, it's not going to be super long anyways, because I've been making plenty of those. So if you just want to hear, if you're interested, I'm just going to be standing here because I don't want to get super distracted and then talk really terribly and then get this, I mean, I'm doing it right now, basically. So, of course, if you do know, a couple days ago, if you logged in with Facebook, of course, there's different ways to log in with this game. Facebook is one of them, and you'll notice it says connect to Facebook now. But you might be wondering, hey, haven't you been using a Facebook account this entire time? That's true. For 300 episodes, for 2 years, I've been using a Facebook account. That's because whenever I started the series, episode 1 of this series, that wasn't my original version. That version was made on a guest account because I just got a Jurassic World game on my iPhone. So I downloaded the game, and then I started a guest account to start my series because I thought, oh my god, this would be crazy if I made a series. So I did, because I knew it was going to be easy, because it's a lot easier than doing like Minecraft Let's Plays, which was mainly what I was doing at the time. So I started that, and I started with a guest account. However, it went really badly. I just wasn't happy with it, so I scripted a few like of my dialogue things, because again, I wasn't very good at this when I started. I wasn't good at just coming up with things to say out of the blue. So I did that. I could have logged in with Apple, but the annoying thing with me for Apple was that you had to use your fingerprint ID every time to join the game. So I thought, hey, I'm just going to start a Facebook account. So I made a random Facebook account, used a fake name or whatever. So I did all that stuff. A lot of people do that. It's like, and then I put my birthday to make sure I was at least 18 so I could access all the features in case there was anything that they wouldn't let me do. So I did that, logged in the game with Facebook, got my $50, which was good at the time. And I was finally logged in so I can actually, do things. I could actually, connect with Facebook again, have a profile, and actually, be part of the game, not just the $50. It just helps, right? Little did I know that would be a terrible decision less than 2 years later. And here we are. So the day after this happened, a lot of people swarmed to Facebook and Instagram, people who had the same problem, and they were like, oh my god, what's happening? Why can't I log in with Facebook? And Jurassic World, the game, they were aware of this issue. They're like, oh, it's no problem, don't worry about it. And, to be honest, I was worried too, because I was like, what's happening? But then they assured me that it was good, and I was like, okay. But they didn't fix it at all that day, which made me very concerned, because that didn't seem like... I mean, think about it. Jam City and Ludia, they're a big corporation. Like, Jam City has made tons of successful games. So it felt weird to me that they weren't really doing anything. It got me kind of concerned. And that's a whole different issue that I might talk about in a future video, that they're having a lot more performance issues, which leads me to result, and I hope this isn't true, that they're starting to slow down their servers to focus on other things and to kind of lower their budget, which, again, you know what that means. I think you do know what that means. If you play Jurassic Park Builder, I think you know where that ended up going once they started running into more performance issues. So that's a whole different discussion, but basically people were swarming to Facebook, Instagram, asking Ludia what's going on, and they assured people it's not a big deal, it'll get fixed. So it did get fixed. So whenever I went to log in with Facebook, the very next day when everybody said it was fixed, I was not very happy to see that I logged into my Facebook account that wasn't my Facebook account. It was my guest account that had somehow got synced to Facebook. Now, I didn't see any other person complain about this. Most of them were just, like, really grateful. Like, okay, thank you for fixing this. And I was over here kind of like, Ludia, what did you do with my account? So I searched up tons of tutorials. Like, oh my god, what am I doing? Again, on the verge of tears, basically. And I'm like, what is happening? Why did this happen? And I searched up and somebody said, oh, it's happened sometimes. You just gotta unsync the account if you have multiple Facebook's accounts. But then I was like, oh my god, I don't have multiple Facebook accounts, so this doesn't make sense. So they lost it. They actually lost it. So being desperate as I am, me, a random 16-year-old boy, went out, found the Ludia page, went to their website, and literally went to their support page and just put in like a complaint and been like, oh my god, this is like terrible, what is happening to my account? I listed all the details. And very quickly, I was very surprised, somebody responded to me. His name was Mel, and Mel is the protagonist of this story. So if you watched up until this point of the video, please make sure to give Mel some respect in the comments. Mel is an absolute legend, you guys. He completely saved me 100%. And he, again, is the complete hero of the story. So Mel, who probably lives in Canada somewhere, because Ludia is based in Canada. So he's probably some Canadian game developer or tech person who's probably works from home. So that's awesome. So I was texting this guy who's probably twice my age, Mel over here, and I was like listening to him my complaints, and he said, oh, this can possibly be fixed, right? So we went back and forth a little bit, and he tried to tell me, oh, hey, why don't you do this? And I said, I tried. And then he's like, okay, if none of this works, there's a chance I can recover your account, like find it in the database. So I gave him all of my information, everything, and he was everything that he asked for. He asked for a ton of things, and thankfully, because I recorded for YouTube, I knew everything, like my game level, my purchases, what else was there, like, it was like, what was the last time you played, like, I could see all this stuff because of YouTube, and also, like, my account ID, and support key, and whatever. So I listed all that stuff to him, sent him an email. He responded back so quickly, like, he was really on top of it, which was awesome. And he was like, I'm sorry, we couldn't recover it, but we gave you some resources for another one of my accounts, which was my iPad account, which I mentioned earlier, and I was devastated. It wasn't even really that much. I know it wasn't his fault, like, this was probably the amount that Ludia told him to give me, but it was like, I think $1,000, and like $1 million food and coin, like, it wasn't a lot. So he gave me all that in compensation, and he was like, okay, take that, and I'm like, is there any way? And then I realized, hold on, I realized why this wasn't maybe enough information. I left out my account key or my support key or whatever it's called. And I was like, oh shoot, I forgot that. I meant to put it in. Was that the problem? I was like, please respond. And he responds still, even though he thought, I was afraid he was just going to like stop responding to me or like just put me on a list where I couldn't respond anymore because he thought it was over. So responding, he was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I need. I don't know, maybe he could have said like, oh, I need your support key, you know, instead of leaving me off on that, but that was it. If I hadn't had told him that, right now I would be, instead of making a video like, oh, I almost lost my account, and this is how I fixed it, the video would have just straight up been like, how I lost my account and why this 300 episode series is ending. So I gave him the support key, I gave him all the information I could, and he went in and he was like, I recovered it. And he linked it back with Facebook, and I was so over the top happy. So I sent him most ridiculous, least professional email of all time. I might even put it up here. And I was like, oh my god, thank you, Mel. You're the best. This random, presumably somebody who doesn't even live near me or is even remotely the same age as me. I sent him that amazing email. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad you thought of this. And I want to send him one more thing. I knew he was busy, but I just wanted to send him one more thing. Because I wanted to find out, how do I avoid this happening again? Because I don't want this to happen again. I got lucky here. If I didn't have Mel, my boy, by my side, I don't know what would have happened. So he was like, oh, link it with Apple. That's so much more reliable. So I was like, okay, how do I do that? And he was like, I can do it for you. So he did it for me. So, and then now you might have noticed that whenever I logged into the game, if I did log into the game, no, I don't think I did. I think I started this episode in game, but I now use my Apple ID. It's not too difficult because, I mean, like, for me, it's just all about convenience. Like, because I do enter this game so much, I just don't want it happening. But it pretty much only asks me if I, like, close all my tabs. If I close the tab and then re-enter it. And even if I do, I can just, like, put my... Because I play vertically, right? Because it's a vertical mobile game. So if I just put my thumb on, like... If I'm just holding my iPhone and I just put my thumb there, then it does it automatically anyway. So it's not a big deal. And even if I did, I just gotta move my finger. It's not a big deal. It's just more of a convenience thing. But thank you, Mel. You're the protagonist of the story. You're an absolute legend, a hero. I don't know if I'll ever hear from you or see you again, because you just work for a tech support for a company. But... oh my god, that was it. Like, that was everything that happened that I could pretty much, like, spill the beans on. So if this happened to anybody else, just reach out to Ludia support. I think maybe I got lucky with Mel, but I'm sure they're all really helpful no matter who you find. But it was crazy because, again, if I hadn't sent out an email at all, nothing would have happened. Like, I would have lost the account for sure. And on top of that, if I didn't send the follow-up email, like, oh, do you need my support key or something, then I wouldn't have got it. So, yeah, it was really close to being bad. It was pretty bad. But you know what? We survived. We survived at the end of the day, despite everything, and we're here in this beautiful game. And I couldn't be happier to see it. So, I'm not going to really do anything else this episode just because I wanted to, say all that and kind of, not just, like, as a joke, like, because, like, obviously the whole Mel thing being my idol is a joke. Is it though? Is it though? He is truly the best hero out of any, like, forget all these, like, mythical people, all these superheroes. Forget Owen freaking Grady. Like, just Mel should be starring in the next Jurassic World, you guys. But whatever it is, hopefully this doesn't happen to you. If it does, then just know that people out there will help you. People will. People are helpful. They'll help you. They'll want to help you. And, just reach out. Just talk to people. People can do anything if you just talk to them. I mean, yes, I talk to game support, which aren't really going to be super, like, top of the line. They don't really care that much about my interests. And how they don't really understand how much this account means to me. But even still, like, maybe if I just made a community post talking about them, maybe somebody would have helped me, like, been like, oh, this is exactly what you need to do, and it works. And that's just awesome. You never know until you just ask somebody. So just ask somebody. But regardless, I hope that leveled you with something today. I hope that was a interesting story time. I guess I'd never really do these, but it had to do with this game. It pretty much only had to do with this game, so I just went ahead and left it in. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Jurassic World, the game. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. This is Jurassic Insider signing out.